I would like to welcome you all in the lecture series of training on competitive examination. In this session, I am going to discuss one of the most important topics, those who are preparing for VTU research entrance examination. So in the domain of computer science, information science, and their allied branches. So this video is considered as a passing package, and the important questions are discussed based upon the previous year question papers. I have analyzed the previous year question papers, and according to that, I found the probable questions which you can expect in the forthcoming examination. As you all know, there are 100 MCQ and the total duration is 3 hours. First part is research methodology, that is 50 questions, and the rest of the questions are from computer science and the remaining domain, that is 50 total altogether. Part 1 50, part 2 another 50 questions. By summation, we'll be getting 100 questions. Remember, there is no negative marking, so try to attempt all the questions. First and the foremost, let us focus on the research methodology. So this is actually the part one. So try to study about the basic research, applied, descriptive, experimental, and a mixed method of research. Study about the null hypothesis. What is alternative hypothesis? What is type 1 error and type 2 errors? And what is p-value? Study about the sampling method, probability, like a random, stratified, systematic. Try to get some example as well. Non-probability, like a convenience sampling, like a purposive sampling. These are the different type of like a non-probability sampling. Try to understand the examples. That is very important. What are the different type of measurement scale? Nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale, ratio scale. Try to remember those example also. Regarding the statistics, try to study the central limit theorem, the standard error, correlation, regression, ANOVA, chi-square test, t-test, and f-test. Remember all the formula accordingly. So regarding the probability, study about what is PMF, PDF, binomial distribution, normal distribution, Poisson distributions, hypergeometric distributions. Try to remember those equations and the applications also. The data analysis, descriptive versus inferential, skewness, factor analysis, etc. You have to go through in brief. Research design principle, randomization, objectivity, replicability, those principles you need to go through it. Regarding the literature review, study the purpose and gap identification. Okay, purpose of literature review, how to perform the literature review, those things. Regarding the conceptual framework and experimental design, you should have a quick glance. Okay, these are the important topics you are supposed to cover. I'm not saying that you have to go in depth. At least keywords you have to remember, then important definition, important formulas. Try to gather it accordingly. Surely, I think you can answer it accordingly. There is no need to worry much. Regarding computer science branch, it's a core domain for you. 50% of the questions from computer science branch, and the programming and data structure. Study about C recursion, array, basics of array, stack and queue operations, BST, then transversals. Those things you have to remember. Regarding the algorithms, basics of algorithm you should have, well, BFS, DFS, then backtracking, NQs, similarly graph algorithms, then sorting, different type of sorting, quick merge, etc. Then greedy algorithms. Those you should have a better idea. Okay, so basics you should be very strong. Then you can answer it very easily. Regarding the operating systems, study deadlocks. What is the meaning of thrashing? What is disk scheduling? Different type of disk schedulings like FCFS, SSTF, then scan, C-scan, etc. Study about what is paging, what is cache, dirty bit, then TLB, then replacement policies. First in, first out, LRU optimal, then Bilady's anomaly. Okay, anomaly, Bilady's anomaly. Those things you have to go through it. At least you can note down the important title with the brief notes. That will really work out. You have like a short duration of time means you can do accordingly. If you have ample of time, no problem. You can go in depth. It will be helpful for in some other aspects also. But for if you are if the research entrance examination is very nearer, I think no need to go in depth. So whichever the points are there, you can note down and study. Computer networks, study about different OSI layer, Ethernet, Wi-Fi, MAC, then CSMA bar CA, ARQ protocol, Nyquist theorem, encoding, okay, Manchester and NRZ. So those things you have to go through in brief. DBMS, database management, 3NF, BCNF, then aggregate functions, SQL basics. So they won't ask in-depth, only basics. Software engineering and UML, RUP phases, then use case diagrams, factory method, observe adapter pattern, then maintenance and regression testing. The next is theory and computational discrete mathematics, relations, Cartesian product, then equivalence relations, graph theory. In that graph theory, focus on Hamilton cycle and articulation points. So these are the important topics which are highly unavoidable. So please don't ignore. I request everybody to note down the important points from your textbook or any other sources which you are using. That is okay. But please don't leave those topics before going to the examination. I request everybody to go through these topics very systematically and prepare the short notes so that you can memorize at any point of time. Once if you write, it will be remembered. Then hypothesis testing, null versus alternative hypothesis, type 1 error. Example, false positive. Reject the true H naught. Type 2 error means false negative, accept false H naught. This is very, very important and getting confusion. People are having confusion. So kindly correct it right now. What is ANOVA? Mean difference across the group. F ratio means between and within the variance. Regression, dependent predicted by independent. There are different type of regression, linear regression, then like a multiple regression, many things you can say. How the independent and dependent variable is getting related. Then sampling distribution, distribution statistics across the sample. So kindly make a similar kind of like important keywords so that you can remember at any point of time. Important keywords from like a different domain like DFS, then that is stack, BFS, Q, sort worst case. Okay, you can use this formula. Merge sort, not in the place. Dirty bit, cache update marker, Nyquist, 2 into max frequency. That equation you have to remember. Go back n window size n, that is equal to send n frames before ACK. Thrashing, more paging than execution. That is called thrashing. Then Bilady's anomaly, that is first in first out rule. Then Ethernet broadcast, all bits are equal to 1. UML use case. Then this is very, very important. Even I have seen in the GATE examination also. Interaction between the system and external like entities. So fundamentals you have to be strong. Then I think you can go for a higher level. There are predicted questions from the research methodology regarding null hypothesis, type 1 and type 2 errors, central limit theorem, chi-square test with equations, factor analysis with examples. These are the highly probable questions. Then from the CSC core, predict the output of regression program. Then DFS versus BFS difference. Then deadlock prevention and avoidance. Then Bilady's anomalies. That is very, very important. BCNF versus 3NF with suitable examples and illustrations. Observer pattern in the software design. Write the difference between merge sort and quicksort. These are from major topics from the database management system. So you might have like studied and you must have taught the students, correct? Most probable MCQs are type 1 error. Reject true, H naught. Answer is A. Like that you can find out the answer. Central limit theorem, sampling mean tends to normal list. Stratified random sampling, probability sampling. Poisson distribution, events in the fixed interval. That is called the Poisson distribution. BFS, use Q. Quicksort like a worst case, that is O n square. Then first in, first out suffers from the Bilady's anomaly. Next, Ethernet broadcast, all bits equal to 1. Then Nyquist theorem, 8 kilohertz. Okay. Then factory method pattern in interface for object creation. Likewise, you have to find out the important points so that things will become very easy. Definitely, there is no worries about the minimum qualification. You have to get the pass mark from part 1 and part 2 so that the average should be, there are certain cutoff. You try to overcome those cutoff. So try to answer all the questions, make use of the time. Surely you are going to clear the entrance examination. I wish you all the very best. If you have any queries, you can use the comment box. I would like to revert you through comment box. I wish you all the very best. Kindly subscribe our channel for getting the similar kind of video. Also, kindly like if you found this is useful. Even I request you to give your valuable inputs so that I can improve myself and I can go for better presentation in the forthcoming days. So ultimately, I request everybody to share the video, those who are preparing the entrance examination. So happy learning. I wish you all the very best. Let you people clear the examination, come back. I wish you all the success for your career. Thank